Hi all, I'm Cullen Haynes and welcome to Lawyer Lending Live. Here with a very special guest, Miss Louise Boreham, Inside Sales Specialist from Team LHL. How are you, Louise?
I am doing well, Cullen. How are you?
All the better for seeing you and hearing your dulcet tones and having you on the Lawyer Lending Live to talk about all the wonderful things you do.
Well, thank you for having me.
It's an absolute pleasure. The reason why I wanted to bring Louise on the show, because she's one of our leading inside sales specialists. Louise provides probably the most important job in our team, works very closely with our brokers, packages up your application if you're a leading lawyer, barrister, or allied legal professional. So once we have all your documents, we put it together, get your application ready, submit it to the bank, and then you work with the bank to get it approved. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And is that a very easy process or can it be challenging at times?
It really depends on the application.
Yes.
And also really depends on the assessor.
Yes.
But most of the time it's very smooth sailing. We submit the application and generally within about a week we have approval or pre-approval, depending on what type of application it is.
Wonderful, wonderful. And what are we finding with the current state of the market? A lot of people, there's two things. People are coming off their fixed rates and people doing their pre-approvals. Let's start with the fixed rates. Obviously, coming off 3-year fixed rates, what were their rates, lawyers, barristers, and anyone else coming off the fixed rates? What are they usually coming off?
We still see fixed rates coming off at 2-3% and jumping to a rate more like 6 or 7% with their current lender.
Wow.
And when they come off their fixed rate, they're often put onto a variable rate that's not very competitive within the market. So if you are coming off your fixed rate anytime soon, it's definitely worth contacting a broker to make sure the rate you're coming onto is competitive or looking to refinance if not.
Absolutely, because some of it can hurt. We've seen repayments go up double, even triple if you're coming off interest only. So if you do have a rate and it's got a one or two in front of it, just be warned. The current market is, what are we seeing rates right now at the moment?
Owner occupied starting from about 6%.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've even seen people come off rates and go on to 7.5. So if you've got a 7 in front of it, that's definitely not a good thing either. The other thing is pre-approvals. I love them because it means that you've got certainty of your finance. How long does the pre-approval last, Lou? And are we seeing a lot more in the market now?
Pre-approvals last for 90 days. Once they're expired, they're generally very easy to roll over as well by just providing usually a copy of the most recent payslip. And that's free to do as well, which is great.
90 days, right?
Yes.
3 months.
Yeah.
Can you roll them over again and again and again?
You can, yeah. Depending on the bank, sometimes it can only be 1 or 2 times, but we've had clients do it multiple times with the same application. So it's a really easy process.
I see some clients have a pre-approval like a gym membership. They have it and they never use it. And I think the record that we have is like 2 years and then they eventually used it. We find that most lawyers and legal professionals buy within 6 to 12 months usually, even less, 3 to 6 months. But the message is you'd rather have it, not need it, than need it, not have it. Yeah. I think that's one of we've talked about this many times. But let's move on to the RBA. The RBA has currently got the rate at 4.35%. That is the rate right now. It was at a cozy 0.1% back in the day. We've had 13 rate rises. Borrowing power has gone down in that time by about $400,000 if your income hasn't changed. Obviously, the big talk is inflation numbers aren't where they want it to be. It's a bit higher than they thought it would be. So, Lou, we were expecting rates to maybe come down this year. It may not look like that's the case, maybe next year. And some pundits are even saying that rates could go up. So that's the snapshot of where the RBA is right now. But we've definitely seen a lot of people coming into the market going, oh, you know what? Maybe I'll just get my pre-approval now, but we'll touch on that at the end. But that is the snapshot of what's happening. Our crystal ball is broken. We cannot tell you what the RBA is going to do, but we can do our best to kind of base it off the intelligence that we've got. And it's saying that it's probably going to be a next year decision. hopefully go down, but as I said, some people thinking it may go up. Big thing for any lawyers and barristers watching. Lou, 90% no LMI. Is this still available?
It is most definitely still available.
Great.
As long as you have a practicing certificate, you'll be eligible for waived LMI up to 90%.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm. There's one bank that will do it with no income requirements, so anyone's eligible. And then there's 3 other banks that will do it at different income requirements. So it means that there's something out there for everyone.
Fantastic. And I hear on the grapevine that I'm hearing rumors, and I don't believe them, that you have to be a partner to get this. Is that true?
No, I don't know where that rumor's come from.
Don't believe it.
Definitely not true.
And I'm hearing that I need to earn a certain amount of income as a lawyer to get it. Is that true?
No. You can. There's no income requirements at one of the banks, so it doesn't matter.
Fantastic. So all I need is a practicing certificate. Mm-hmm. And as long as I've got that practicing certificate, 90% still available.
Yes.
Wonderful. And that's waived lender's mortgage insurance.
Yes.
Not life insurance.
Not life insurance, mortgage insurance.
And this is an insurance that doesn't protect me as the borrower. It protects the bank on them foreclosing my house and them getting reimbursed. So basically, it doesn't even help me if I pay a lender's mortgage insurance.
Definitely something you want to avoid if possible.
And on $1 million property, I believe if you pay LMI at 90%, it is $20,000, which is something you don't want to have to pay.
No.
And the big thing that we see, and you see it all the time, clients coming to our brokers and Lou saying, hey, my broker's getting me to sign this, my contract, but I'm paying LMI in the loan, or a banker who is even at the bank that offers it, they're putting LMI into the loan. Is that common? Do you see that all the time?
We do see it a lot. You do see it with bankers, which is scary.
Yes.
We'll see it sometimes when a client will go to a lender that will waive LMI but may not meet their income requirements. And therefore the bank's trying to charge them LMI, whereas if you came to us, we could take you to the bank that has no income requirement.
We could have fixed it, right?
Could have fixed it, yeah.
We've had instances, not naming names, but lawyers who went to a certain bank, may or may not be read, and they paid LMI, they've sued the bank and got it back. So if you, as MFAA CEO once said, if you go direct to the bank, you'd be crazy to, because you are definitely only going to get that one bank's product. The reason why you use a broker, there's 19,000 of us and we're in the top 1%, is because you get 30 lenders on, and we bring the market to you and we don't even charge anything. And what is best about that approach is it's best interest based on you rather than the other way around. So if you're still going direct to the bank, the recent data shows that 71.8% of people are now using a broker. So if you're one of that small percentage of 28.2% still going direct to the bank, I'd highly recommend maybe changing that approach. Should I wait? This is the big question that I put here. Should I wait to get pre-approval and wait for the rates to go down before getting my pre-approval? What are your thoughts on that? Because we get that question probably day in and day out.
We do, yeah. And I would always recommend getting the pre-approval now. If you have it and you don't use it, it's not a problem. As we were saying before, you can easily roll it over anyway. And the other thing I guess that's worth considering is that house prices are expected to be going up. So in many ways, you're better off purchasing sooner rather than later, even if the rates are going to go down. Very good.
And does it hurt my credit file if I get a pre-approval, maybe don't use it and then roll it over 3 months later?
No, it will make a very minimal effect on your credit file. That's only if you had multiple inquiries over a short amount of time. But having one pre-approval on there won't make much difference.
That's what I thought. Definitely don't go to multiple banks for your application. Don't go to us, then go to your bank, and then go to your friend's broker. Highly recommend staying just with the one option. That's when things can happen with your credit file. And also, for those points junkies out there, not waving my finger, but I know there's a few of you out there, hopping from bank to bank to get the points. Credit cards are the worst thing to happen on your credit file. I see decreases of 100 to 200 points because it's a score, right? Usually if you're over 650, 700, that's a good score. If you've got 1,000, you're a unicorn. But I've seen drops of 100, 200 if you get your credit card. And personal loans, car loans, they are all considered bad debt in the eyes of the banks. So buyer beware, be warned, and whatnot. I guess to close up there, Lou, obviously we are a broker and we're here for best interest and we do the loan. After the loan settles, after it's all said and done, what is the main benefit that we provide after the loan settles?
So after a loan settles, we'll do an annual check-in to ensure that your rate's still competitive amongst lenders out there. And then we'll reach out and let you know if it is, and if not, recommend potentially refinancing if that's something that you want to do. And I guess we're always here as well for any queries that you have on your loan post-settlement.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining, Lou.
Thanks
10 minutes on the dot. Very efficient. You can reach us. Obviously, I'll put the details in the show notes, but any inquiries, put to inquiries@legalhomeloans.com.au. And this is being recorded on a Wednesday, and we're looking to get it out tomorrow, Thursday. Thank you so much, Lou. Have a great day. Have a great day, everyone. All the best. Bye for now. Take care. Sayonara.